The Dare's on right now.
This is John Amos. You're watching Dare to Dream with my man, Coach Lynn.
Look, it's the rule, at least until the kids get older.
So you're saying you don't like my music?
No, it's not that. It's the videos. They're too
Bootylicious?
that word. Yes, thank you. They're too bootylicious for the kids to watch.
So you got something against the booty?
I love booty as much as the next
Oh, you
person.
definitely got something against booty. Because you blocking the badunkadunk.
I'm blocking the badunkadunk.
Badunky don't block it.
Yeah.
I have never.
Welcome, my friends, to another exciting episode of Dare to Dream, a father's guide to success. I'm your host, Coach Lynn. We have a powerful show for you today, as we're the guest on one of the nation's most influential talk shows, discussing poverty in America and what fathers need to do to turn the tide in our favor. We're also going to do one of Coach's favorite summer trainings and hit the hard court, and more, much more. So sit back, get your pads and pencils ready, and let's begin this journey. The Dare is on, right now.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at fatherhood.gov.
President Barack Obama says overcoming poverty requires both strong families and a strong economy. Speaking at Georgetown University, Mr. Obama said that political debates over poverty often get hung up over the role of government, families, and religious institutions. The president said, quote, "I think it's important when it comes to dealing with the issues of poverty." Take a look.
I also want to emphasize we can do something about these issues. I think it is a mistake for us to suggest that somehow every effort we make has failed and we are powerless to address poverty. That's just not true. Concentrations of wealth can lead to some being left behind. I think it's important for us to recognize there is a genuine debate here, and that is, what portion of our collective wealth and budget are we willing to invest in those things that allow a poor kid, whether in a rural town or in Appalachia or in the inner city, to access what they need, both in terms of mentors and social networks, as well as decent books and computers and so forth.
We are back live on set now here at Fresh Outlook. I am joined by the Fresh Outlook think tank, Stephen Lynn, a fatherhood expert and coach. I'm going to bring it to you, Coach Lynn. Do you agree with me on some level that there are governmental incentives now to stay poor?
Well, not necessarily stay poor, but possibly stay on easy street, if you will.
Right.
Not really aspire to have different things, to have a home.
To want more.
To those things, exactly. Some of the things that as we were growing up were taught to us. Listen, you want to move better than where you are now. You want to do better than your parents did or have more things. But
And also there was a shame growing up. You would not take a handout. You would not take charity. You would not take help from the government. My parents were poor. They rented rooms in the house and they wouldn't even send me to public school because they thought, you know, you pay your way. You go to Catholic school in my situation.
Yes. Well, you hit it on there. Your parents too. You know, times have changed. Statistics show that a lot of the particularly poor neighborhoods, rural and urban, are predominantly women-held households. Yeah. And you know, my premise is without the father there, without that leader there, that support service, that push, that motivator for you, you're not going to still try to reach for the same types of things because mom is carrying the load. She's the one with 2 or 3 jobs.
But society is constantly telling us we don't need dads. Anything's a family nowadays. Single motherhood is fine. Two women are parents as a family, two men are a family. Anybody's a family nowadays. So we've got this whole culture out there who are attacking fathers, in my opinion.
Well, they're wrong. Father is needed, and the statistics show that clearly. The social ills, the stagnant communities that we have, the impoverished communities, it's on a different level now of no hope of ever getting out. There was a time where we always had that dream of, while my father might have been poor and we were poor,
right.
we didn't have nothing.
Right.
Me as a child, I didn't know that because
right.
we always had that hope.
And you also had the pride.
Exactly, but now with the fathers not being involved in the community and not being involved in the home, it's just, we're at a crutch, if you will.
Coach Lynn, I know your expertise is fatherhood and the role of fathers. In fact, I read an interesting statistic that said that if you look at black married couples, their incidence of poverty is extremely low. It's in the single digits. Where you see a lot of the poverty are in the single mother households where there is no father.
Yes.
Why are fathers so important? For me, that's a redundant question. I think they're as important as mom. In many cases, particularly maybe more important as the kids mature. And tell me what you're doing as a parenting coach, as a father coach, to help out.
Well, the father is the backbone. He's the structure, the provider, if you will, on many fronts, not just financially, emotionally, spiritually. He's the protector. We personified the streets, and all of us have understood how the streets, even in the rural areas, will come up and step in his shoes if he's not there. So he is the one there that keeps the kids away from harm. But more importantly, he's the one that's going to lead by example. And when we're having these communities where nobody is working, you know, everybody is on food stamps, everybody is living in the projects, or everybody is living in the extremely rural areas, trailer parks, if you will, and we see no male figure there that's leading the way through example, it perpetuates the problem. And once again, we've seen this poverty, this issue of poverty, and you know, it's been around forever. It's nothing new to some of us. We were broke since day one.
Right.
However, it seems to be on another level now where there's no way out. And that's where we're really working with the fathers now to answer your question on
right.
teaching them how to do it through deeds, not words. We're now reaching back to the fathers all across this country on all walks of life, even those that have money,
right.
and letting them know that you have a responsibility. You've been blessed with this opportunity to make sure that the next generation can do better, not necessarily with more things, but a heavier conscience. They don't have to live in poverty because of you. You have a heavy hand in on that. And if you do not do it the right way, which we teach them the right way to do it, once again through deeds, not words, you are condemning your kids to an extremely difficult life.
Once you set foot on a Bodie plantation, you best set your mind to working. Come on, boy. Put your back into it.
The Bodie Plantation was one of the largest cotton plantations in the country. Today on this very site is a United Negro College Fund member school, producing graduates who become doctors, lawyers, and chemists. And your contributions to the College Fund help keep tuitions low at 41 schools, so young people with potential can reap the benefits of an education.
It took a lot to turn a cotton plantation into a college that plants the seeds of knowledge. Now let's get to work.
Give to the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Most famous asthma rock band, the Breathe Easies, with their hit song about how secondhand smoke can cause asthma attacks. Let's hear it.
Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke around the kids in the house. Don't smoke in the car. Don't smoke in the house. Don't break my heart with your secondhand smoke in the kids. It can trigger the asthma. Don't smoke in the house. Smoke in the house.
Preventing asthma attacks can be as simple as making your home a smoke-free zone. For more easy tips to stop asthma attacks, go to noattacks.org.
right, here it is. You promising the kids you're gonna pick them up, then you're always late, or you don't even show up at all. Do you know how much of a scar that leaves on them? Leaving them feeling unloved, uncared for, like they're not even a part of your life at all? Don't you remember when it happened to you? Feels like when you're waiting for a train and it never comes, never. Get it together, baby, huh? Deeds, not words.
Mr. President, you ready to move?
Absolutely. Let's do this thing. Let's move.
Man, you're hard to keep up with.
You can play out there. But after a good workout, gotta drink up.
All right.
Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble with Jill and Michelle.
Just let Michelle know I did do this, all right?
Same time next week?
Same time next week.
All right.
Here we are on another fishing trip. Our 7th annual Bed-Stuy Early Childhood Development Center Fatherhood Initiative fishing excursion. And today, I have a special treat for you in order of some special guests. Some of the pioneers, the ones that were instrumental in the formation and implementation of our Fatherhood Initiative. So first, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Clive Duke.
And I'm really thankful for being here. I've had the opportunity over the last 7 years to be a part of this Fatherhood Initiative. We are Bedford-Stuyvesant Fatherhood Initiative, and we are the second largest Head Start. So, you know, I'm really thankful for the reach that we have. Now, I want to speak a little bit more about the responsible fatherhood. I just came back from vacation in Trinidad, and I had on one of our t-shirts, and a basketball coach came over and asked me, what does this represent? And I say this to, you know, I explained to him what our Fatherhood Initiative was about, what we do, how we try to get men involved in the lives of their families, their children, you know, and in the communities. And they were so taken by it, you know, and I think they want to try to do something even in the islands now where I come from. So what Bedford-Stuyvesant Fatherhood Initiative has done, and I've seen it, you know, rise up other fatherhood initiatives even in our Bed-Stuy area.
Responsible fatherhood means to me is not just giving money or buying things. It's all about time.
Thank you, Brother Clive. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to another one of the pioneers of our Fatherhood Initiative, one of the ones that kind of introduced me and steered me into it, and that's Mr. Eldwin Brown.
As a father of 3 boys that all went through Bed-Stuy Head Start, I'm grateful for this program. I'm grateful that we still are able to have this program going after 7 years. I'm grateful for having the 3 gentlemen, Mr. Duke, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Naboneh, Dr. Naboneh, sitting next to me here and keep this program going. Grateful to the staff of Bed-Stuy Head Start for allowing us to do this every year and keeping us, you know, involved and making sure that we are, you know, keep on top of everything. I got involved because as a father, having 3 boys, and in our society, we need to keep, you know, have strong kids. We have to be able to make them understand what life is about. And as a parent, we want to make sure that they get a good education and they keep themselves off the streets and do something with their life. And this program allow us to do that. This program allow us to be close, to keep close to our kids. Other than the meetings we have and the other program that we do produce also, that we sponsor, it's good to keep this going and to keep this closeness to the group and to the kids and family.
Fatherhood Initiative is a very positive program. It's about being a mentor to the children and the community, not just one, but to all, because it takes a village to raise a child. Giving back and teaching the children what it's about, not about being in the streets ripping and running, selling drugs, but it's about having a good time and showing them that there's other things in life, things that are positive in life. I've been part of the Fatherhood Initiative since they first started. This is my first fishing trip with them, and I'm very grateful. Along with me, I brought my son, Duquan. Father to me means is sharing your time with your child. It's not about giving them gifts, but it's about spending that quality time. It's about showing the youth in the neighborhood that there are other things that are definitely positive to do, and we can do it all together. It all starts with us.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown has headed up our mentorship program in the past few years. Now I'd like to introduce you to the inspiration, I guess, the motivation behind our Fatherhood Initiative, the father of our Fatherhood Initiative, our mental health consultant, Dr. Carrie Nabonnet.
It's a pleasure again to be a part of the annual Fatherhood Initiative fishing excursion. As Eric pointed out, this is excursion number 7. And this has a history. We started back 7 years ago as a party of 3 or 4 people. And today we are 20, 25 strong. We at Bedside promote holistic mental health services. That means we think that everything that we do, from an emotional, intellectual, social, or physical perspective, is promoting holistic mental health. So I think we are really a success, really a big success in the eyes of New York City and in the eyes of the nation, because Bedside Head Start has really been a trailblazer in promoting male involvement in the community.
Our responsibility for fathers be education for the babies. Watch your babies, take your baby for the school, open eyes all the time, make a good decision to export a fishing trip, take it out from the street, because the street don't have nothing. There has to be education. This tree is education too for the children.
Responsible fatherhood to me means everything when it comes to a young man. Myself, I'm not a father, but thank God that my father is in the picture, and he's been my role model since I was young. He pushed me to go to school, pushed me to go to college. Thank God I finished school. And a mother is an important figure, but a father guides a boy to becoming a younger boy than a man. So to me, it's everything.
Before we sign off, I'd like to keep you informed about some things. This is an annual event, one of the many things that we do at the Fatherhood Initiative to promote positive interaction with our children. And before we go, Dr. Nabonnet would like to say one more short little message.
Exactly. There's one more important program that I want everybody to know about. It's the Parenting Journey program. It's a 12-session program that we have created for the adults, because we think that how we raise our children is very much related to how we were raised ourselves. So the purpose of the Parenting Journey is helping parents to become the very best parents that they can become.
This is Eric Smith, Bed-Stuy Early Childhood Development Center Fatherhood Initiative. We're the Fatherhood Initiative, and we are and always will be on the ground running.
Best educational program.
I need to see who's real about this. Well, my friends, that's it for another episode of Dare to Dream. Oh, I truly hope you enjoyed that one. I'm your host, Coach Lynn. urging you to love your kids, hug them, kiss them 1,000 times, and don't forget, I dare you, ooh, I double dare you, to start dreaming. God bless.
Seems a simple thing as this love is keeping me young, and I'm trying hard to see how we fit inside love. Should be sweet like candy instead we live in dead end. And I know it ain't right how we fight, but it's true. Don't you know it's true? And you know it too. Yes, love. Don't you see? Baby, can't you see? When we have this real. So if you walk away, I'm gonna tell